and welcome back to Little Squid League 48. This is your grand final set with XName versus Singularity, and it is going to be a fiery one. XName on a hot run. They've only dropped one game so far in bracket, and Singularity winning every single counterpick they played in their semifinal. So, really close set we're about to see, Pat.
Yeah, we see the two best teams in this tournament apparently ready to fight each other. Going into best of 7 counter pick, this could be a match for the ages. Best of 7 gives you so many opportunity to study the other team, mount a new strategy, prepare. Also, we've been informed that these two teams, they've scrimmed. They're scrim partners, so they know each other. They've had the time to think, and we'll see how they're able to play against each other, how they will adapt. We know that Singularity can adapt a lot. They change pretty much every game and change however they can to what their opponent is doing. We'll see if XName is able to play the same game. But before we do all that, we'll start with Splat Zones on MakoMart. A game where Singularity just won on that map mode. That's great for them. They have the momentum.
Yeah, Singularity was really dominant on this map and in zones in general in their semifinal. So it's a good map for them. They're probably pretty happy to see it first round. And getting it could be the source that critical counterpick advantage that they had in their first set. But still, it is anybody's game in a full best of 7 set.
Yeah, it is anybody's game, and it stays anybody's game for a while. Even if you're one match down, that's only one game. 1 point is something you can really come back from and learn from. The counterpick game is going to be so important, and especially the choice of maps, because given the amount of of games that we're likely to have, we're also likely to see every single mode right there. So teams choosing the maps that they want to play on for each mode is going to be pretty important.
Yeah, definitely. We will probably see all 4 modes, and we saw all 4 modes in our last semifinal, and Singularity really looked strong on a bunch of them. But XName coming off of a 3-0 in their last set, so they have that momentum. They have to be feeling confident going into this Grands, for sure.
Yeah, a lot on the line right there. If you're just joining us, this is the final round of Little Squid League. All the top 2 team, XName and Singularity, ready to fight each other in a best of 7 with counterpicks. That's a big deal, honestly. And I don't know if these teams have been here before, but the pressure of the finals, the pressure of so many games, is a lot.
Yeah. Ooh. Coming out, see Dread Carbon Edit comp for XName and Singularity with their classic triple slosher.
Yeah.
What they've been going back to multiple times. Let's see what happens with the carbon on this opening.
Yeah, rollers overall are pretty good against slushers because they can be one hit, whereas slushers need to hit several times. So if that slusher is able to sneak through to get in, that could be a lot of splats for XName right there, who are getting in, getting control. Now it's on Singularity to find a way in.
Yeah, the aggressive play from the Zap there gets them that space. Oh, and to give them time to hold. They've used these specials really well timed here to stop the push from Singularity. And now they are set up.
This looked like one of Singularity's favorite maps, but XName is making it look so easy right now. Getting splat after splat, keeping control of the zone. Singularity able to splash down to get in, but they're not able to get the zone yet. Can they take it? No, they're still not able. XName splatting left and right, denying everything. And just 10 ticks left. And a splat on the Dread! There's nobody to cap them! Oh!
Oh, there's nobody to cap, but they might manage it with the splashdown, and they do. A scrappy fight, but Singularity was able to pull out the zone cap. We'll see if they can set up a good hold here. I'm not sure. It's only really the Dread up front. And a fast crab will allow XName to push back in.
XName are playing so fast right now. They are not stopping, and they're back onto the zone already. Singularity really struggling to keep them at bay. It's so rough, but it's not over. Singularity is still around the zone, ready to counter. Now that they have a tactical, they should be able to at least get in the fight, get things done.
Good try on this left push, but they ran out of pace. They couldn't finish those kills. They do manage to live though. And 2 down, it looks like Singularity is able to complete this hold. Another pick. If they can kill this carbon, it's a big stagger. They'll jump out, but still, Singularity set up right now where they want to be with this export.
Yeah, now that they're in that position, now that they can use the buckets to their best. Ooh, very nice flat on the Dreadrigger, but Lilith with that carbon able to get in. Now the crab tank. Oh, whoa, okay, that's that zone for XName. XName, when they push so hard and so fast. They get the splat spin.
They do. And now they're set up here. We have the Dread on right. No specials yet. They used a lot on the retake. And the slider going in will buy Singularity the zone, but not a lot of space. And now they managed to go in with it. X will back in control.
Yeah, Singularity able to take that position now. They need to deny one push. If they want to get the lead, they need to deny that next push. That XName is going to try to get the Reef Slider. Is not finding anything right there. That is huge for Singularity. They have no penalty left now. They need to keep splatting. They need to keep the lead. Can they hold the zone right there?
From the V-shot. And they might be able to hold the zone, yeah. They managed it. And if the Expo can stay alive here, it's going to be very hard for... Oh, another throw! And the slider might take zone, but still. In control, another kill from the Expo on left. They're doing so much to maintain this hold for Singularity.
Yeah, that Expo staying in position was so important. Right now, Singularity penalty was applied, but they kept the control. They kept most of the game. Now, in the last minute, all they need to do is hold a little bit longer. XName needs a way in if they want to keep the lead.
And they just found that way in. The Zuka... Oh, the Zuka's gonna get counter Zuka. But... the specialty's so well from Singularity. They countered the push from XName. And... Oh, but 2 down. The Carbon finds crucial trade. Now it's all up to the Dread to hold zone. And they're not going to be able to. Probably backing off. They need to live here. So they can hold slider for retake.
Yeah. 25 seconds left in the game. XName still able to reapply penalty, keep the lead. And now that they have a tactical, they can take a few more risk in there. But Singularity taking the zone right now. I mean, Singularity needs to deny. Oh, they're able to splat the Reef Slider. That is huge. That is so important.
The cooler is gone for XName. Oh, another cancel on the slider. Such a clutch kill. And it looks like Singularity with the Zuka will be able to seal the game. And that's game 1 going to Singularity.
XName opened so fast, but Singularity caught up to the speed. Came back in there. And XName in the end were very much relying on these Reef Sliders to apply penalty over and over and over. Singularity cancelled it twice in a row to win the game. Quite a game 1, quite a close game 1 between these two teams, Fern.
Yeah, super close game 1. I think, like you said, XName got off to a super hot start. They played really fast on that opening. They got the kills and they were able to maintain a hold. I think they're going to need to get a bit more out of their carbon. They have so much paint to set it up, give it space to shark through, but they just weren't finding those crucial kills early enough on hold to really prevent Singularity from just forcing their way back in with so much paint.
Yeah, I feel like XName cursed themselves with an early lead. Because for the rest of the game, they were going for splats. They were going for trades. They were going for repainting the zone, and they were not trying to really take control, to really get ahead. They were letting Singularity slowly come back, as XName didn't want to take too many risks, trying to simply hold what they had. And Singularity took that room that XName gave them to get back into the game, and in the end just clutch it in the nick of time.
Yeah. Even so, yeah, big part of those slower retakes that they were given the space for on the side of Singularity. Dynaman just doing so much work on the
Mhm.
X-Blow, holding the zone and getting those picks that would enable them to push up.
Yeah, I mean, that Explo staying in position so many times, surviving several attacks, winning close fights was key for Singularity, because keeping the Explo on means keeping a lot of range, means keeping a lot of paint, means keeping a lot of momentum. And XName needed to really deny that, really needed to push through to cut that distance, and the Explo was there to stop that from happening. Now, we saw these two teams being pretty even. We know this is a good map for Singularity. This is the kind of map that they like to play on. What does XName choose? These two teams know each other. What do they counterpick? Where do they go to get the upper hand now?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I wonder if they'll counterpick to another map that they can play more quickly.
Mhm.
We saw last game, we saw last set,
Mhm.
sorry. We saw last set, Gozuka was able to take Singularity to a map and where they were able to just play so much faster, and Singularity just couldn't keep up. So with that fast opening, XName might be going for a similar thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fast, they're going on Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge. This is the map for a fast team, and going how XName likes to open pretty strong, likes to go in fast, get as many splat as they can. Rainmaker is the mode. This is a very good pick for them.
Absolutely. I, even if you're XName, you're not feeling too hurt by that. You've only dropped one game, it's the best of 7, you're not too worried
Oui.
about it, and now you get to play on your counter pick. So they're going to be looking to take this game 2 and even up the set.
Yeah. I mean, they're looking to now. Now they need to do it. But yeah, I feel like, especially against Singularity, Scorch Gorge is a bit flatter. It's not the kind of map where you want to have a million slusher to get into the game. So this is, I feel, a good map pick as well for XName, who will have lots of opportunities to go forward and fight the slushers on flat ground, which is what you want to do usually.
Definitely. And it's a good map for that crab from the credit on the side of XName. If they're going to be able to get it set up top mid or set up on the opponent's snipe, they can get a ton of value to help the Rainmaker move up.
Yeah, a lot could happen, and let's see how these teams adapt. We know that Singularity like to change comp, adapt to the map mode. Do we see there was? Oh yeah, we see a 96 Gal Deco coming in on the side of XName. So yeah, both teams like to adapt, like to switch things up, which makes counterpick here even harder, because you have to take into account the fact that you're going to see a different team every different game.
Yeah, they are. Swap back to Nautilus. XName getting the first pop here, but honestly, Singularity has more map control, so we'll see how this goes. The sliders are going to shut down that push on left, even though they trade. And it looks like Singularity is taking opening control in this game too.
Yeah, very nice opening by Singularity. If we had this sliders not enough to push the Rainmaker forward right now. Everybody is down. Lilith with a 96. Last player standing is going to get the jump and the pop. That's a grab for XName. The Kraken is going in a bit early. Is there enough? No, they're not able to follow through. That Kraken will be able to reap up the Rainmaker though and allow XName to stay in the game, keep that momentum.
Then uses this crab, they're down on numbers, so they might need to double the space, but I don't know if that was wise. They're just going to die here after it ends. And they managed to jump out, but still. They've used the crab, now they don't have it to hold, and Singularity. Now it's their turn to make a push.
Yep. I mean, they need to grab the Rainmaker first, and XName were able to respawn pretty fast, get in, and now with the Kraken, you really don't want to grab that Rainmaker. One Splat onto the Dreadwinger. That's, I mean, both teams still in that fight for me. Neither team able to get enough of an advantage to get to the checkpoint so far.
The Expo fighting on right here. They're able to get that kill, and now it's just two up for Singularity. The crab is up, so the edit cannot just... Oh, and the crab is cancelled. Even though this drop on left is gonna find the kill on Rainmaker, it's only stalling the push that... Huge play from this Expo. Doing so much to just command the pace of the push. And that's Singularity breaking the check for the first time.
Yeah, that splashdown won the checkpoint right there. Singularity re-grabbing, making a few more points. We are now at 62. XName needs a push now, and there's so much blue in the middle of the map. XName is going to need to start going faster, to start going in, and especially stop that Nautilus from punishing the Rainmaker.
They don't see the Nautilus, and even though they're in a 1v4 essentially, they're able to find 2 kills and just undealt with. They can stop this push basically by themselves.
You always need to respect the Nautilus, pay attention, but the rest of Singularity is down. That's 3 players down. Singularity is going to get the checkpoint, and with more players down and a crab tank T-point, they're gonna get the rebuff. That's the lead for XName.
And they have this wall, they can walk up so easily with it. Even though they die, that's 20 more points to their total, and they still have control of ramp. It'll be hard for Singularity to dislodge them here, even though they're walking backwards forward.
Yeah, very, very nice push. Now with 1 minute and a half left, Singularity, they need to get good flats right there. They need something more than a cheeky push and a cheeky move by the Nautilus, because now all of XName know that all they need to do is defend.
With that Kraken, they're going to be able to find the kill on the Rainmaker. And now XName, with the aggression, if they can... Still, people on ramp they need to clear. They're not able to really get the push going yet.
It is pretty close between these two teams. That's a huge cancel, but the Rainmaker is down to the side. The Nautilus able to get the splat. That is so important with just 45 seconds left. Singularity needs to get the rebuff fast. The heavy edit is protecting the side, but gets splatted by the Explo. The Explo is getting up there close to the splashdown. Able to get it, but a bit too late. XName still in defense mode, Fern.
They got the kill, but it's still an overextension, and the Rainmaker is not going to be able to make it through down the ramp. And XName's still in the lead, still in control, and they're going to have mid. Going to the last 14 seconds, 2 crucial kills, and the slider finds another one. The Dread just shutting down the push, and even though they're going to die here, that's exactly the situation you want to be in, and yeah, there's nothing Singularity can do at this point.
Yep. XName taking game number 2. It wasn't easy. It was down to 1 push. Both teams only got 1 push past the checkpoint. That was a tense game.
Absolutely. I may be biased as a not player, but the Nautilus getting so much value, even though XName had the control of mid, the Nautilus is just such a sturdy weapon that it's hard to push out of top left. And if they had been able to really move forward more quickly on those pushes, it could have been their game.
Yeah. Yeah, Nautilus is so good at punishing people from being where they shouldn't be for trying to push a little bit too fast. And right there, the Nautilus having the play, having the moves, going around and creating the surprise really helped Singularity a lot. But not enough. XName able to win on their counterpick, which means we're back to 1-1. But it's Singularity's turn to pick, and we know how Singularity likes to go on the good curvy maps. Do we see Humpback again? They're allowed to go to Rainmaker because they lost on it.
Yeah, they might. I think we might see the Humpback Rainmaker pick. Perhaps another triple slosher game for Singularity. We'll see what they can do about it, though. I think XName has a comp more suited to Rainmaker. They'll be able to shark that carbon, and they can play around those curves as well. And it's not going to be as easy of a game for Singularity.
Yeah, I mean, each game from now on is going to be harder than the last. It's going to be more pressure. It's going to be closer to the edge. We're past the, we have a lot of time now. Now we're pretty much in a best of 5 between these two teams, and Singularity are picking tower control on Undertow Spillway. I mean, Undertow Spillway, both of these teams like to have sloshers and rollers. So both of these teams are kind of happy with Undertow Spillway. Now we'll see who is able to get better control over the tower right now.
Yeah, this could be a really strong map for the X-Bull on the side of Singularity. They're able to sit up on ring on the snipe and just rain down AoE on the tower. So with those weapons, I think that's a really good counter pick. I don't know if XName they have the carbon, they have the Kraken. I don't know what they're going to be able to do to deal with those positions.
Well, we'll see how they're able to take. But this is very much a carbon map. This is a map where if XName managed to paint around, they're enabling that carbon a lot. And we know that Singularity, they brought a bow at the last time we were on tower control. Maybe they're going to drop that explode in favor of that bow, in which case XName could get a painting advantage, which would allow them to shark a little bit more, to punish the Nautilus if it's coming back. So like we have lots of different moving pieces right there, because both of these teams like to change weapon.
Yeah, no, they've both been swapping. Singularity, they could bring out that S-Blast that we saw in the previous set. Now, game 3.
Alright, on the side of the XName, we see a blast. Oh, and a ballpoint. That's the ballpoint nouveau. Meanwhile, Singularity are bringing the wellstring, which is going to have a lot of control over the map, but could slow down all of XName. But just noticed, I'm not bringing the carbon.
The early picks, the Zap finding 3 kills on right though, and no matter what the wellstring does, they cannot stop Quibbly on that right. Now, XName able to set up exactly how they want. They'll have the vac. They didn't need to burn any specials for that opening fight, so all set up.
All set up, and they have 2 Krakens at the ready. This Kraken can simply dance on the tower to cap it. Can Baber? Oh, so many shots fired at the tower. Singularity though losing 2 players while they are trying to defend, make that 3. It's just the wellstring XName staying on that checkpoint. Now all they need to do is stay on the tower in order to get through it.
The wellstring though, just putting out so many hitboxes on tower. Difficult to walk at, but they're able to get that second check. Moving on to the next one. Already a really strong push, and the Rangebuster, a double kill from the wellstring though is probably going to save this hold for Singularity.
Yeah, Lilith with the 96 right there, not able to protect the jump, but able to protect themselves, getting enough splats that both teams are not going to have to fight for mid again. In terms of opening push, getting to 24 on the last checkpoint is pretty nice for XName, but Singularity you cannot count them out. They're still in this. Now they need to move forward.
No, you definitely can't. Singularity, they're set up. They have this cooler to fight with. Just get them out of the tries down though. Reshot moving in left. Hard. XName is set up on their spine right now. But the flank from the Tri-Slasher able to get a kill. And they could cancel this Kraken. Yeah.
Very nice move by the Tri-Slasher here, which means Singularity gets to go forward. They activate a cooler of their own. And they have the numbers advantage. They're going to get through that checkpoint. We are looking at a tie game right now, Fern.
Yeah, the cooler too far up to be used and no one can really grab it. And the Zuka going to find a kill on there. Wall point. 2 kills for the V-Shot. And if they can just avoid this range blaster, it's such a strong push for Singularity right now.
Yeah, Singularity staying on that tower, but they're not able to get the lead yet. They're so close to it, but they lose all their players. XName keeping the lead by a hair, getting a wipeout as well. Now there's a lot of yellow on the map. Can Singularity get back? If they get another push, now that there's no longer any checkpoint, they're getting back in the game, but now it's XName's turn to get momentum.
Lilith finding one with that Kraken, and now XName is 2 up with lead. They have the tower. There's a flight from the Zap. They're gonna find another 2 kills, and this vac is gonna make it so hard for them to retake tower. The Zuka though, flanking Zuka, and that could stop the push, but the Kraken just getting more points.
The Kraken allowed XName to break the checkpoint right there. That is huge, and now Singularity is in trouble, but they have the numbers advantage. They're taking back control of the map, and their Zuka is ready. We know how big their Zuka can fire right there. That's one big, that's almost the second one, but it's not able to take it. But XName are in there, and they're going forward. They're trying to get in.
They're well-strength setup. They're able to just really pressure those defensive positions, but they do go down. If they can deal with this, 96. There's a jump in, it's gonna go down, and that's XName cleaning up. A close push though. If Singularity can retake this, they'll have an easy path to maybe take the lead in this final 25 seconds.
Yeah, Singularity, they can do it, but right now XName is getting so much momentum. As I say that, the S-Blast is going in, is getting the Splat, is pushing people away, and with the Bria Bomb, Singularity is going to get a lot of space right there. Now they need to get in, they need to get up there, and they're able to get to 3 players going up, but the Kraken is running at the tower. You need to shoot the Kraken away.
At that point, if you're XName, you're just calling to play for your GG Krakens. You have 2 of them, so easy to go for in these situations where you're in the lead at the end of the game. Even though Singularity is playing pretty well on these pushes, they're just not able to break the defensive positions of XName, and XName is gonna go up 2-1.
Yeah, that's XName getting back in control, and yeah, winning this game. Now it's Singularity who are behind, who need to get back in there. I mean, that was so close again. Each of this game is so close and could go either way, but right now Singularity needs to get a counter pick, needs to get something. And honestly, with that double Kraken that XName is playing, they don't want to go back to tower control, I feel.
No, I do not think they do. It's the double Kraken, and it's also the vac that they have to just basically push tower for free. And even without the Kraken, you have a range blaster just poking you from safe positions. It's just so dangerous to ever be standing on tower if you're Singularity. Not a map, not a mode they want to go back to, for sure.
For sure. This is 2-1 to XName, who are getting closer to the victory, but they still have 2 more games to win. Now, Singularity is going to bring us to the 4th mode, to Clam Blitz, this time on Barnacle and Dime. Singularity is picking a flat map.
A flat map. I mean, they had so much success on Barnacle in their last set. I'm not sure if it'll lend itself to Clams, though. The faster styles that we've seen from XName might be able to get the edge here.
Yeah, I mean, you can't crack and cheese as well as you could, but I expect XName to bring at least one Kraken just to create havoc under the basket. It's still very useful in what In can do. Now, Singularity, they want to take control. Now, we know they like to have the paint onto their opponent. If they bring either Wellstring or the Explode, they will have that paint advantage, which in Clam Blitz means you get to pick up more clams, means you get to move around the map a bit faster, which honestly could be very good for them.
Yeah, the Explo Dread Core just puts out so much paint, so much pressure at range that it's a threat on any map that's lockout favored, even on Clam Blitz. So I think that's what we expect to see from Singularity, sticking to that. For XName, though, they're feeling confident after 2 games. I wonder if they'll be making any changes going in to this next game. I don't expect we'll see the Range Blaster. I think that was probably a tower control pick, but going into game 4.
I want to see Lilith bring back the 96, honestly, because Lilith has been slaying with that gun. And, well, never mind. It's a carbon. The carbon was pretty good as well. I have to give it. But yeah, triple slusher coming from Singularity. It's their comp. It's the thing I feel like they are the most comfortable on. And so I'm not that surprised to see them bring that back.
Yeah, whispers of triggerfish zones in this comp from Singularity. They're bringing back here. I like the ballpoint Nuvu pick from XName, though. That'll really help them push in without those Krakens to make space. Or slow opening from both teams. We'll see if the Carbon is able to get in and get any value. Fast slider, though, it's going to get cancelled by Quibbly. This could be the fight going in the favor. Expo's going to stall it out, though. Even so, the Carbon just so threatening at close range. Oh, they're going to get killed by the Zuka, and I don't think XName is going to be able to get as much out of this push as they would have liked.
Yeah, this is very much both of his teams trying to get more control now. XName, they have a Super Clam already, and they have all of their players on to top mid. The Rift Slider not able to get as much as they could because of the vacuum. Ooh, the vacuum finding one in the shot. That's 3 players down. They save that ball.
They can't grab the ball, though. Oh, but the Dread manages to, and that's going to be the first break, but honestly, they only have 1 up, and Singularity is just going to be able to walk back into mid, retake the space. They can probably get the stagger kill on leg. Yes, that's going to be the Zeph going down. Still 3 up for both sides.
Yeah, 3 up for XName, 4 up against you. Singularity kind of struggling to fight on this map right there. The slushers are not the most comfortable on such a flat map, which means XName gets to get in the fight. Now, 80 isn't much for Clam Blitz. You want a better push than that. Now we're in a 2v2 again. These teams are fighting left and right, and they're not stopping, Fern.
No. Special usage kills on both sides, and it looks like XName finding more space in mid, 4 players up, and they're gonna have a slider soon. They'll be able to use it to go in, and I expect we'll see them dropping it on the left in just a sec.
Yeah, they have Kuda, but they lose base Super Clam. That's a lot of Clam's advantage right now for Singularity, who are Under the basket, not able to open it though. Are they able to? Oh, two super clams laying under the basket. Huge defensive moves by XName, and that's where having a ballpoint that can fire fast at the opponent is so useful.
It is. This back is hopefully gonna allow them to fight safely on top right. They will trade, but the ballpoint just holding it down here, running the offensive push. Affected by the V shot, but Azuka should buy them. And now, with those special Singularities set up here, they have the clams. And they have the positioning over XName.
And that's a lead for Singularity, able to get a good push right there. Still in there, thanks to that splashdown, but forced to move away. XName are going to take some control back onto the map, but they need more than some control. They need the clams and they need the push. And Singularity is all around, ready to defend right now.
If Dynamite can dodge the Zuka. They won't evade the slider though. And this back might be early, they don't have the power clam yet. And yeah, honestly, the back makes them too slow to retake and they just can't survive the pushback in from Singularity.
Especially since Singularity have shown themselves to be very much ready for these vacuums and are ready to counter it and punish it when the vacuum is in the wrong spot. Now, look at that. Singularity, two super clams ready to get at the basket. With a splashdown, they extend their lead and they're still in their fun.
They're just able to find these openings. The more stable comp, and Lorenzo cannot find this kill on the left.
Yeah, they have a glance.
That's the KO for Singularity. Just able to get more value out of their specials, get more and their paint output is just helping them move up so much more efficiently than XName's.
Well, Fern, we've cycled through all of the modes, and we are 2-2.
It is looking like it's looking like we might be seeing a Game 7 after all. How close these two teams are.
That's the direction we're going. 3 games remain in this best of 7, and these two teams are still tied. They have been 1 game apart or tied the whole time. No team able to get momentum, no team able to really get control. I feel like in this last game, Singularity was able to really get a better lead, was able to really get control of the game, but every other game was tense, was close, was back and forth. Now, is this Singularity finally cracking the code, finally finding how to play against XName, or is it just XName not feeling that comfortable on Clam Blitz and they'll be able to come back in the next game because that's what these teams have been doing so far?
Yeah, Singularity's been so strong on their counter picks. It just seems like at the moment it's a difference in special usage. So often you see Singularity getting openings, getting kills with their Zukas, and after that, just getting so much value out of the splashdowns from the Explo, the sliders from the Dread, and I think XName not getting as much out of the Vax or the Krakens that game as they would have liked.
Yeah, XName, as you said, Singularity managed to stop the Vax from being useful, or the Vax were deployed a bit too early. It's the problem with Clam Blitz is that it demands so much coordination between your whole team that you don't need as much in other modes. But it never hurts to be coordinated, of course. But like, if going into other modes, XName should be able to get a bit of their groove back, as at least. But going against Singularity is going to be rough. We're back to Rainmaker, this time on Museum, which these two teams are so evenly matched. Again, whoever gets that extra push, whoever gets the repop after the checkpoint is likely to have a huge advantage here.
Definitely. This could be a great map for both teams. Singularity, you have those sloshers that can get a lot of value over the spinners. But on the other side, XName, They have access to the vacuum for breakaways. They have the crabs that are so strong if you can set them up top mid. And honestly, this is a strong map for both teams.
Yeah. I mean, these two teams have very similar strategies of playing around the ledges, getting the splats, and using their specials to really get the effect, to really get in. Now, and once they have the lead, being able to really deny what the other team wants to do. Now, a Rainmaker, all it takes is one push. All you want to do is get that one big push, and we'll see what team is able to get that push. Let's get in game number 5.
Swapping to the V Blaster and tried and true for Singularity. They're not going to be switching off it for anybody.
Yeah, Singularity. They experimented a little bit in semis, especially, but now like they that's how you know it's the end of a tournament, where you don't want to try something new, where you're like, oh, let's go with the comp that we always use because we're tired and that's what we play at our best.
Early Zuka from Singularity. Not really going to find much value, but is going to buy them some space in mid. The shot abandons the fight though, and that's going to be an opening kill going to XName. Kraken's going to force them out of ramp, and I think this could be the checkpoint if they're fast. But there's a flank behind. The Tri-Slasher are able to find kills, and what a flank! That's going to buy them the first checkpoint point basically for free. And now they have so much control of the slider. This is exactly what you want.
And that's a huge push for Singularity right there, going to 37. They lose 2 players in the process, but they put the mark at 37, which brings to force XName to really try now to get control of the mid before they can get a push. They were able to drop the Rainmaker, which is what you want to do. You don't want to keep the Rainmaker here.
You do not want to close against the Singularity team. They've been so strong at just holding on to their holds after they get pushed back. It's mostly set up on right. A first pick, that's the cooler down for XName. And Singularity is going to be taking more space. We see Retina pushing up with the Tri-Slasher. The Dread, but...
yeah. Singularity right now, they know that all they need to do is be in defense for 3 minutes. If they simply maintain absolute chaos on to XName will struggle to get forward. That Tacticular is brought a bit away from the rest of the team, but thanks to the Kraken, Singularity is kind of forced to disperse. Now, XName grabbing the Rainmaker, trying to go forward, but not able to get away from mid yet.
The slider, a crucial kill, and the Dread not going to be able to find 2, but... Maga, the Tri-Slasher is just so strong on these life here. Even though they go down, that's really XName being unable to retake so far.
Right now, Singularity doesn't know fear. And it's paying off. They keep getting the splats for free. They keep getting momentum. And with the Rainmaker and lots of blue around the map, they're eyeing that platform. They want to extend their lead. With 2 minutes left, they could very well do that. XName struggling to deny, struggling to keep Singularity away.
Not a lot of time on the Rainmaker though. That slower push is going to cost them. They might explode around their team, but
yeah,
probably just hoping to get somewhere.
They don't have much time. Look at that clock. 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean that's going to keep the Rainmaker where Singularity wants it. Hard for XName to walk back into this Expo Tri-Slasher and mid.
Yeah. Having the Rainmaker here means Singularity, XName is forced to get the pop, because if they lose the pop right there, it would be so bad. But Singularity is back on the attack, getting the splat again. That Tri-Slasher is a demon right now. Stop them! You need to stop them!
Mwagla is untested here, just able to get so many crucial kills on these openings. And with still control of mid, XName is looking a bit lost in this game.
Yeah, XName really struggling. It looks like Singularity. This game and the last. Taking control of that.
3!
Why are you here? Getting the jump, keep down, that is huge.
On the third breakaway of the game, they find 3 kills on Splat by their team's base.
That is, they're not stopping right now. The lead was not extended, but all of Singularity is on that platform, threatening to rip off. XName is forced to fire at the shield as all of Singularity is around pretty safely on that spinner.
16 seconds left, you can't be happier with this position if you're on Singularity. And finding that kill, no bubble for retake. We'll just see if they can manage to find these last few picks and end the game.
It is so rough for XName right now. Singularity looking to get a Splat, getting punished to the side, not able. But XName needs to get away of their platform, and they need to do it now. The Tri-Slasher is punished. 3 down! 3 down! The Explo is...
The breakaway from the Explo. And that's it.
Explo comboing with the outer thing of their splashdown to seal the deal. Singularity 3-2, and these last 2 games, honestly, they've been building up momentum. Now XName need to change their game if they want to come back.
Yeah. Singularity, they've really hit their stride in these past 2 games. They've been so dominant, just their comp so hard to get out of position, especially when you're constantly walking into Azuka as well, along with the sloshers. And the story of that last game is kind of just the Tri-Slasher making crazy breakaways onto Plat.
And this is where the mental aspect of this really plays out, because we see Singularity being more and more confident. Meanwhile, we see XName being more and more scared to move, more and more scared to do what they know how to do. We've seen XName really fight Singularity pretty evenly during this set, but right now Singularity, they feel immortal, they feel invincible, and XName feels scared, feels afraid to get into these fights, feels constantly flanked, feels like they're a bit too slow, feels like they're hesitating. They need to have that big talk with their coach where they say, okay, we've been so far, we can do it, and get their head back in the game.
Yeah, they need a bit of a pep talk. They've been too scared to really push fast with their main weapons. You saw them using the Krakens a lot on openings in that last game just to retake to mid, and they weren't able to find too much value off of it.
Yeah, it was rough. It was struggling, and if I can advise XName on a counter pick something where you'll see the Tri-Slasher coming. Pick a map where you can watch every angle at once, because that Tri-Slasher is going to try to sneak their way through again.
Yeah, that's also just the confidence difference. You see, Singularity has no problem going for those crazy, long shot fights that might just get them the kills they need to take control of the games, and they're finding them in this set so far.
Yep. This game in particular is special though, Fern, because this is match point.
It is.
This is match point for Singularity, and it's going to be Rainmaker again on Robo Roman. XName wanting to grab that Rainmaker. This is gonna be rough, because there are sneaky ways through, and XName is going to need to pay attention if they want to counter the Tri-Slasher and the Dreadwinger constantly going in, constantly trying to get these picks.
Yeah, but even so, we saw XName in game 2 on that faster Rainmaker map. They were able to just take control of the game and make their pushes much longer. They were able to hold the space, and it's This might be the kind of map they need to regain their momentum in this set. I think it'll be a much stronger map for the Crab
Oh
on the
yeah.
credit if they run it again to set up. It could be the answer for them here.
Yeah, it's again, we know that XName can fight Singularity. We are 3-2. These two games that XName won were very well won. Now, can they get their head back in the game? Can they stop the momentum? Carbon's coming back. Heavy Edit coming back. Singularity not changing what's working. Don't fix it. It's not broken.
Both teams on their comfortable comps just hoping to use what they're most practiced on, and
yeah,
Pop is going to Singularity, but XName has a bit more control here.
Yeah, XName activating the tacticaler already, trying to get in a wave sliding to get 2 splats. That is huge. XName finding the momentum, finding the splats, finding the wipeout. The Rainmaker is splatting, but it doesn't matter that much. That's an easy checkpoint for XName, who are on right now.
Quigley with the quad there gives them the checkpoint, and they're 2 down, but they can still hold this push with the Crab going to take out the Explo, and that's exactly what you need to continue this push.
Yeah.
Credit Crew just looking for the kills. They don't want to die to the Zuka here. That's going out. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's Zuka. We know how good Zuka is. Singularity able to defend. That's not too much of a problem right now, but XName is still in control of the Rainmaker right now as Singularity is trying to get in. The Rig Slider is not gonna find as much as the last time, and the splashdown will clear things up.
But there's a breakaway on bottom right. They're able to get the 63. Not a huge push, but still. We'll see if they'll have the Crab back on retake. If they can sneak the Carbon in to get a crucial kill on this push.
Right now, Singularity going in, getting the numbers, getting the checkpoints, and a wipeout! Oh!
This is the push they need. They have so much space. Right back to the dredge. They'll go down, but all the way to 12 just off that. And tall order now for XName to break back in.
Yeah, and it's not over. The Explo is in position to punish everybody. Singularity know that that rip-up could give them the game and the tournament right there. They are fighting for it, but the splashdown to dodge, what a move right there. Both teams still fighting here, but XName has grabbed the Rainmaker. Are they able to reset it? No. Rainmaker to the side.
They're still stuck on their plat, and they're gonna find that early kill on the Dread.
Oh.
With the cooler down, I mean, they just haven't broken the hold. I mean, another kill with the Explo here. They have the Zuka to shred this crap, but they unable to make the shot, and this will be XName just hoping to break back in, retake control of their ramp.
Yeah, staying in mid with these bombs right there allows Singularity to slow down XName's next push, and that's all they need to do. 2 minutes left in the game, and Singularity is winning LSL right now. XName needs a huge comeback if they want to get in, but they're stuck into mid. They need their specials. They need to find a way in.
Singularity, they're happy to just wait for an overextend from XName. So set up, they have the specials. That's a huge slider from Bretna, and they managed to get out.
Yep. It's XName forced to wait right now, forced to try to find the special opportunity. They need to create their own push. They need to find a way in. They're not able to get enough damage to get the splat. With all of their specials ready right now, they will try to get in, but they already lost their carbon.
Counter slider. The Zuka though, stopping the push, and XName is down again. They can kill this Dread, that'll be huge for them. And they managed to jump out. XName's still in this. They're going to have specials. They have all 4 up, but I don't know.
That splashdown to dodge the Reef Slider is such a swag move. Worked in so well. Right now, Singularity holding the line. They know that all they need to do is keep the Rainmaker away for 20 more seconds, and they will have the win. The Tri Slasher is punished.
They have the trap. This could be the opening they need if they. Oh, but they die to their Zuka, and that could be it. There's a splashdown on the flank, but it's not gonna find the kill. But the fizzy bomb from the Tri Slasher. Oh, and it's Maga that ends the tournament. The hero plays from that Tri Slasher, just closing it out game after game.
Singularity getting the momentum, getting away 4-2, but XName can be pretty happy with what they did in this tournament as well. That was an incredible finals, Fern.
That was. At the end of it, Singularity, LSL 48 champions.
Yeah, huge play by Singularity right there. Who are your LSL champion now? That means it's time for us to say goodbye, Fern. And before we go, do you have something to plug? Where can I find you on the internet?
Yes, I am at remixfern.bsky.social and remixfern_nautilus on YouTube. You can find me now. Pat, where can they find you?
You can find me at Tom on Blue Sky. It's Tom all together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'd like to give a special shout out to our wonderful observer of the day, Ancient Wings. Thank you so much for being here and for the awesome job on the camera. And also thank you for everybody at LSL and MIT. It's always a pleasure to be here. Anyways, I think it is time for us to say goodbye. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.